Hi students, how are you? So today we can begin our next lesson. That is lesson 8, body movements. So lesson 8, body movements. Okay. So movements means moving from one place to another or changing the position. And so many movements are taking place in our body. So you sit still without moving. Then also you can see there are some movements taking place in our body. If you are sitting still also, sometimes you may blink your eyes or your chest and abdomen. You can see when you are breathing, you can see chest and abdomen region will be moving up and down. So even if you are sitting still, then also you can see some movements are taking place in our body. Or when you are writing, which part is moving? Your hand is moving. Or when you are walking, you can see legs are moving. Or if you want to turn and look back at somebody, which part is moving? Your neck and head is moving. So you can see so many movements are taking place in our body. So when we are walking or running or skipping or jumping or playing, we can see we are moving from one place to another also. Okay. So there is one table in your textbook, that is table 8.1. You can see table 8.1. So can you fill this easy? So look what is in the table. Name of an animal is given. The next body part used for moving and how does the animal move. So first is cow. So cow moves by using which part of its body? Cow moves by using its leg. So it is moving its leg. And how does the animal move? How it is moving? It moves by walking. Then human beings. Which part of body is used for moving? Legs are used for moving. And what is that? Movement is walking. Then what about a snake? Which part is moving? Only tail, only head, or only any other part? No.
Most snakes, like this Cape Cobra, move in a serpentine way. The snake pushes at the point where its body bends, and that propels it sideways. But if two opposite coils push at the same time, the sideways forces cancel each other out.
The whole body is moving. So in snake we can see the whole body is moving. And what is that movement called? That is called slither. So snake slithers. Then bird, which part? Wings are used for moving. And what we call it? Fly. Insect.
Love butterflies. Butterflies help pollinate flowers in the same way that bees do, by going from flower to flower, carrying the pollen, and helping to ensure that we have food. Unfortunately, just like the bees, the butterflies
Also uses its wings. And movement is flying. Fish uses it. Fins. And movement is what? Swim. Okay. So you take your textbook and fill that table. Okay. So we saw that some walking, slithering, flying, swimming. So many different types of movements we can see. So these are some of the ways in which animals move from one place to another. So there are so many differences in the way that animals move from one place to another. Some will walk, some will fly, some will swim, some slither, some will crawl, some will creep. So many different types of movements we can see. So next we can study about human body and its movement. So the first topic is about movements taking place in human body. Okay, so we can study about human body and its movements. Human body and its movements. Okay, so we can look at some of our movements. So before looking at the movements of other animals, first we can look at the movements that is taking place in human beings. Okay, so what about your physical exercise?
Out those arms from side to side as much as you can. This will help you to increase your range of
You are doing so many exercise. So which part of your body is moving during this physical exercise? When how you play cricket, when you are playing cricket, you will bowl the ball. So how you bowl the ball? Now you can try to bowl an imaginary ball at an imaginary wicket. How you move your arm? How you bowl? You will rotate your arm like this. You will throw like this. So what you are doing? You are rotating your arm at the shoulder in a circular motion. So that is one kind of movement taking place in our body. Or how you bend your arm? Which part? You are bending at your elbow. So you are bending your arm at your elbow. Or if you are trying to touch the shoulder like this. Again, which part you are bending? You are bending your arm at the elbow. Can you bend at any other part? Can you bend in this region? Can you bend? No, we can bend the arm only in this region, only at our elbow. We can't bend it in some other place. Okay. Or we can bend it like this. Can we bend it backward? No, we can't bend it backward. So from this we understand that or you try to move the various parts of your body and record that movements in the table given in your textbook. So there is a table 8.2 in your textbook. So you record the movements. So here it is asked given body parts are given. Rotates completely. Which part you can rotate completely? You can rotate your arm. Rotates partially. We can rotate our neck partially. Or like that you fill it. Bend. Which part you can bend? You can bend your elbow. And does not move at all. Some parts we cannot move also. So you try to fill this table. So for that you move the various parts of your body. Then you find out the result and fill this table. Okay, so which are the body parts given? Neck, wrist, finger, knee, ankle, toe, back, head, elbow, arm. So you try to move these parts and fill this table. Okay. So when you do this activity, what you can see? You can see that we are able to move a few parts of our body very easily. In various directions, we can move some parts of our body. But some parts we can move only in some directions only. We can't move it in all directions. And why we are not able to move some parts of our body in all directions? Or we can see some parts we cannot move at all. So that's a doubt why we cannot move some parts, why we cannot move some parts in some directions, why we can move some parts in all directions. So about that we can study in next class. Why we cannot move some parts in some directions, or why we can move some parts in all directions. What is the reason? That we can study in next class. Okay, bye.